Hello. So today is the Edpuzzle for the vocabulary week, and and I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted because I've already recorded this, and then I realized that there was no sound, so I'm having to do it again. So we are talking about the vocabulary, and these are the different vocabulary words that we learned yesterday in class: quotient, sum, difference, expression, equation, and product. So we're going to do a quick review of what those words mean, and then we are going to do some questions. All right, the first one is the word sum. So the word sum is related. Oh, hi, let's not blur down. Come on, come back, focus. There we go. Okay, so the word sum is related to addition. So if you see the word sum, it means that you're adding the numbers. It also refers to the answer to an addition problem. So it's everything addition. Okay? So sum addition, sum addition. The next one is the word difference. The word difference is related to subtraction. And it can also mean the answer to a subtraction problem. So it's related to everything subtraction. All right. The word product is related to multiplication. It also means the answer to a multiplication problem. Oh, problem, I ran out of the room there. So it's everything multiplication. But remember that multiplication can show up in a couple of different forms. It can look like an X, so it can be 3 times 4. It can be 3 dot 4, so it can show up as a dot. It could also show up as a star, and it can also show up as 3, 4 in parentheses, right? So it can be an X, it can be a dot in between the numbers, it can be a star, and it can be 4 and right next to a parentheses of 5. That means 4 times 5 if they're right next to each other, right? Quotient, I feel like I need to do this real quick to make sure that it's easy to see. Quotient has everything to do and is related to everything division. All right, and it means also the answer to a division problem. When you're typing into chat or when you're using the computer to write down a division expression or equation, this symbol does not exist on the keyboard, so you might have to use the forward slash. All right, the next word is expression. Expression is a number sentence without an equal sign. Okay, so it's an expression is a number sentence without an equal sign. So basically what a number sentence is numbers, and then it tells what you do with those numbers. So it's the numbers, and then if you're adding them or subtracting them or multiplying them or dividing them. So an example of an expression would be 3 plus 4. It tells a story of what you're doing with those numbers. You're adding 3 and 4 together. Or it could be 5 minus 2 is another expression. The equal sign tells us that we need to solve it. An expression is just a story. It's just telling what's happening to those numbers, but it's not telling you you have to actually solve it. we're going to be using a lot of expressions this week. Okay, you're not actually going to have to solve them. It could be 596 times 8. That's an expression. Okay, an equation is a lot like an expression, except it has an equal sign. So an equation is a number sentence with an equal sign. So it tells you that you need to actually solve it. So if we have 4 plus 8 equals, that's an equation. It tells you that you need to solve it. The equal sign tells you that you need to solve the problem. So equation has an equal sign. Expression tells a story, tells a number story. All right, here we go. So what we are working mostly on this week is vocabulary and also writing expressions. So let's start with some vocabulary. Oops, sorry. Which word is related to multiplication? Okay, the word that's related to multiplication is product. Okay, we're going to move on to the next one. Which word is related to subtraction? The word that's related to subtraction is difference. The difference between two numbers. Which word is related to division? That word is quotient. And which word is related to addition? That word is sum. S-U-M. Now there's a homonym to the word, math word sum. There's a homonym of some that you might use, like, I have some cupcakes that I would like to give you. So some like that, meaning that kind of sum, is spelled like this. Math sum is S-U-M. All right, a couple more of those vocabulary ones. Which word, oops, let me get it. I don't know why it keeps unfocusing. Come on, focus back up. Which word means a number sentence with an equal sign? In this case, it is the equation. Equation equals. It has kind of the same wording in it. Which word means a number sentence without an equal sign? That one is an expression. And again, we are going to be working with expressions this week. All right. All right, let's practice some expressions. So now we are going to write the expression that goes with the words. So we are going to have some words, and we're going to write a number sentence in an expression form for the sentence. The product of 9 and 4. What is the number sentence that means the product of 9 and 4? All right, since 9 is our first number, we have to put 9 first. Product means everything multiplication, so we have to multiply. 9 times 4 is our second number, so 4 becomes our second number that we write. Okay, remember that multiplication can look like this also. Make sure that that dot is in the middle, not at the bottom, because otherwise it looks like a decimal. It could also be with a star, and then also in parentheses, 9 times 4 in parentheses. Okay. The sum of 8 and 42. The sum of 8 and 42. Okay, the word sum is everything addition. So our first number is 8. We are adding it to 42. The difference between 54 and 19. The difference between 54 and 19. The difference means everything subtraction, so we have to start with our first number, 54, minus our second number, 19. And you notice on this one too, I did the first one here and the second one there. The order does make a difference. Okay, one more page of these. The quotient of 36 and 4. Quotient means everything division. So we're going to take our first number, 36, and divide it by our second number, which is 4. There's our number sentence as an expression. The difference between 256 and 120. Difference has everything to do with subtraction. It means subtracting the numbers. So we've got 256, subtract 120. Again, this one has to be our first number, and this has to be our second number. The product of 84 and 7. Product has to do with multiplication. So we are going to take 84 and we're going to multiply it by 7. Last one. The quotient of 18 and 6. Quotient is divide. So we've got 18 divided by 6. The 18 is our first number. The 6 is our second number. 18 divided by 6. All right, the last question is a would you rather. Would you rather eat lunch with me, like in a real world if we were in real life? Would you rather have lunch with me, or would you rather have lunch with my son? Weird would you rather question, isn't it? My son's looking at me funny. Would you rather have the experience of having lunch with my son and getting the dirt on me, or would you rather have lunch with me and have...
You know what?
I'm still recording. Or have lunch with me and get to know me better. All right. Bye.